Check. Check. Check, check. Hello, check. Hello, check. Check 1, 2, 3. Check, check. Good afternoon, everyone. We're bringing live Great Lakes Tournament season 2023. This is the final, played against Chargers Warriors and Warriors Rangers. We're coming live from the Lasky Field here in Detroit. Both these teams playing the semi-final earlier in the day, and these two teams making it to the finals. Cricket Clubs this morning has been acting weird, so unfortunately we are not able to provide the live scorecard here on our stream. We hope Cricket Club's issue is resolved. We'll see the scorecard back. But beautiful day here. Both these teams coming after a convincing win in the semi-finals. So Warriors Rangers are batting right now. Fausto Petty pulling that to mid-wicket for a single. But Warriors Rangers are batting. They've lost an early wicket. Abhilash Reddy was dismissed for 9 runs after scoring a good 6. Was dismissed, caught on the boundary. Jeet getting that wicket. Kaustubh Petty has been there, and joining him is Nikhil Kanchan. So they're putting together a decent partnership after that early loss of wicket. Aditya Aital and Jeet Nirban opening the bowling for the Chargers Warriors. Tejasvi Prabhakar is a new bowler. He's bowling his first over. He's been very economical so far, just 5 runs off the 5 balls. Straight on the leg stump. Flicked away to mid-wicket, and that's an easy single for Nikhil. That ends the 4th over with Warriors Rangers at 34 for 1. Bowler Jeet will continue. Down the leg side, that'll be a wide. Jeet into his 2nd over. only bowled the 1 over where he picked up that wicket. He was a little expensive, conceding 11 runs in that over, but picked up the crucial wicket. This time overcorrecting, way down the offside, signaled another wide. That's 2 wides in a row. Struggling a little bit here with his lines, Jeet. But most definitely has picked up that wicket, so he could be that man with the golden arm. Much better this time. Cut away, straight to point. This could be a chance. Safely in though. A little slower there, the fielder at point. Both the runners quick on their feet to steal that single. They move on to 37 now for the loss of 1 wicket. Beautifully driven straight to cover. This could be a mix-up. A chance. That's given out. Yes and no there. Ball watching at non-strikers. Clearly was the striker's call. Was in front of the wicket, but the non-striker not responding and selling his partner, the strikers, and Petty disappointed. Walking away after getting a start. Never happy top order batsman getting run out. That too, he seemed like he was set, so he would really be disappointed. So that's the 2nd wicket down for the Warriors Rangers. Petty dismissed for 14 runs, scoring pretty much a runner ball, 14, no boundaries, but that's the end of Petty. New man walking in to join Nikhil. We'll have to see who the new man is. Seems like it's a hard-hitting Iftikhar Hussain. Usually opens the batting. Seems like they have different plans for him today. The Warriors Rangers. This man can hit the ball really long once he gets set, and we'll have to see how he can adapt to this new role. So he will be facing Jeet. Jeet has been tight. He's bowled a couple of wides but came back really well. Cut away, straight to point. That's a misfield. Letting off the batsman, allowing him to get off the mark. So that's the first run for Ifti. Nikhil now facing Jeet. Full ball, big appeal, given out. Seemed like it was straight. Might be going on to hit that leg stump. Played across the line, Nikhil. Was there to be put away. It was a half volley on leg stump, but pretty much missed a straight ball there, Nikhil. Disappointed with himself as he walks off the field. That's a big blow for the Warriors Rangers. In a bit of a trouble now with the score at 38 for 3. A huge wicket for Jeet. Chargers Warriors were pumped up after getting that wicket. They all understand how crucial Nikhil could be. Capable of scoring those big innings. big blow there for the Rangers. Might have to do a little bit of consolidation here after all these early wickets in the power play. The fourth wicket down. Oh, my apologies, that's the third wicket down. Correction. Both the openers dismissed. Now Nikhil also dismissed. LBW ball Jeet. Jeet has been expensive, but he's been picking those crucial wickets. New man in is still waiting on formation as to who the new batsman is. Seems like Radang is the new man. Radang Acharya. Punched down the ground, but straight to the fielder at short mid-wicket. Jeet is now running in, steaming in, producing a lot of pace. Seems to be in rhythm now after getting those 2 wickets, and also in a way producing that run out of his bowling. Defended straight to covers. That ends another successful over for the Warrior Chargers. End of 5 overs, the score stands at 38 for 3. Squeezing the pressure here. The Chargers, Warriors most definitely are in the driver's seat right now. Tejas only conceding 6 runs in his first over, comes back for his second. Starts off with a dot ball. They sure are bowling tight lines and lengths. This is definitely not so tight. Short on leg stump. Not traveling the ball. No fine leg there, but the square leg fielder runs around, keeps it down to just 1 run. A bit of a heavy outfield early in the season. The grounds here still people tend to keep the tall grass early in the season. So not a blazing fast outfield, I must say. Another dot here. The dots keep piling up. Pressure is on the Warriors Rangers. 3 quick wickets. They are in the rebuilding phase currently. Bowled. Try to guide that to third man. No pace on that. Gets an inside edge straight onto his stumps. That's another wicket down for the Rangers. They are in deep trouble right now. Radang not getting off the mark. He was under a lot of pressure to get that single away. He tried to run that to third man, but unfortunately that ball guiding on to his stump. It's dismissed. for 0. Lot of trouble now for the Rangers. This big final. So Radang dismissed for 0 of 4 balls. Bowled Tejaswi. New man in, joining Iftekhar is we'll have to see who the new man is, but he most definitely needs to stick at the crease, get the strike rotating. They need a partnership desperately here. Aditya Kannan, as we understand, is the new man in. Walks in to a pressure cooker situation. Almost a Yorker that. Good ball to bowl to a new batsman who's just come in. Defended straight back to the bowler. Another dot. On the leg stump, big appeal. Seems like it was going down. It's a right call, seems like, by the umpire. That was most definitely going down the leg stump. Another successful over for the Warriors. They keep chipping on here, keep getting those wickets. After the end of power play, Warrior Rangers are 39 for 4 and in a lot of trouble. Claiming the catch, Arjun on the boundary. Brilliant catch at long on to dismiss another batsman. Tried, that was going over the fence, but Arjun jumping and keeping that in the field and coming back and finishing the catch, almost IPL style. That brilliant fielding. That is, I would call a fielder's wicket. So that's another wicket down now for the batting team, and they slide deeper into trouble. So a bit of a good news, as you can see the scorecard is back up. Looks like cricket clubs has sorted their issues, and now for our viewers who is watching this broadcast live, you can now see the scorecard, but that's a sorry scorecard now for the Warriors Rangers. 41 for 5 in the 8th over. Another successful over. Keep getting these wickets. Aditya Kannan, another batsman dismissed for 0. This is another chance at long off, just falling short of Hardeep at long off. Doesn't seem to be any. I don't see a proper plan as to what the batting team is trying. We keep playing dot balls. The last man dismissed played 7 dot balls, then try to hit one out of the park, but just hold out to the fielder in the deep. Seems to be a similar story. They need to get those quick runs. Be aggressive with their running, build a partnership. This is much better. Very well batted there. Some sense now coming into the batting. Shankar is a new man in. Gets off the mark. Power play is now complete, so that means 5 fielders can be on the boundary outside the 30-yard circle. As I see, they have 4 people out on the boundary. Have that extra man in to prevent the batting team from stealing those singles. There's a long on, long off, mid wicket, the deep cover, all of them in front of the wickets. This was a chance to free his arms, but too far probably. Reach that. Welcome runs. Wide +1, so that'll be 2 additional runs to the batting team. Iftikhar though here holds the key. A very slow outfield. And this is the big final, so runs on board can always, put pressure on the chasing team. Full. Played in the mid-wicket region. Much better batting approach here from the batting team. Picking away those singles. Oh, quick single. Could be a chance. But very well judged single that. The fielder at mid-wicket was a little deep on the 30-yard circle, so played with soft hands and went through with the single. Six runs of this over already, and no risk taken, and seems to be the batting team have found some kind of a plan. Full toss on leg stump, put away. Easy pickings that, and this will be 6. This was a free hit delivery. Full toss on leg stump. There was no protection at all. 4 ball to end that over. 8 overs done. Score is 53 for 5. Welcome back. We are into the 9th over now. Wonderful shot over mid-wicket. Short ball treated well. That will be the second 6 of the innings. Back-to-back 6. That was dropped well short. No pace at all. And sitting up nicely for Iftikhar, and he deposits it over the mid-wicket fielder. That went past the tents that are in the mid-wicket region. It's a huge 6. Some momentum now building in this innings. Another wonderful shot, this time on the offside. Slow outfield, that means a ball will stop and not travel to the boundary. But that's a mix-up, huge mix-up. Yes and no's. We've seen one disaster run out already, and this could have been easily another one. Keep watching the ball. Not their partner, seems like, but lucky escape. There was actually a chance at both ends. Both batsmen standing in the middle of the wicket. Oh, unfortunately there seems to be an injury in the outfield. The fielder tried to slide across to recover that ball in the outfield. Seems to be getting some medical attention. Not good to see these kind of scenes in the ground. Hopefully it's all good. He's back up on his field, on his feet rather, and seems to be limping a little, but most definitely is able to walk. So all good there. Still damp, the outfield. Still early in the season. Remember, we are in Michigan. We get a lot of snow here. Takes a while for the soil and the sod kind of thaw after a brutal winter. So when you slide across, kind of slide in, or your feet sticks into the field, so never easy. But we're all set now. lot of drama in that ball. Previous ball. Used to run out. Then injury to the outfield. So they seem to have got a little momentum after that disastrous. This could be a chance. Falling short of the fielder. Not getting the timing that could have saved the batsman. Any better timing would have landed straight into the hands of long off. Fielders deep covers and long on converging, but falling in no man's land. Lucky for Iftikhar. Cut away. This is in the gap. Same fielder who was injured chasing that ball. That'll be easy 2 runs. Runs of this over already. 1 ball to go. Vilash has picked up a wicket already. This is his second over, almost towards the end of his second over. Dot ball to end that over. Abhilash's second over, and then the 9th over of the innings. 64 for 5 after 9. New bowler into the attack. Spin now coming in the 10th over. Suyog is the new man, bowling around the wicket. Off spin around the wicket. What a shot! Picked the length early. It was slightly short, but what a shot that one was from Iftikhar. He picked the length and deposited it over the mid-wicket fence. There were 2 fielders out there. There's a deep mid-wicket and then a deep square leg, which is almost another deep mid-wicket, but that was always going past the fence. This is a quick single. Excellent batting, getting a boundary and then playing with soft hands, turning the strike over. This is very sensible. After that bit of a collapse in the power play, and after that these two have been really good. This is again wonderful batting. Playing with soft hands and taking off for that quick single. There have been boundaries in the first ball, the last 2 overs. So there's most definitely some kind of planning. Hit straight to covers, almost carrying straight to the fielder, but falling a little short. So Iftikhar is most definitely the key here, and that's again picked the length early. Almost seemed like a replay of the first 6 in the over. But this is wonderful. 6 to start the over and 6 to end the over. Score moves on to 79 now after 10 overs, with Iftikhar batting on 27 of 16 balls, and then Shankar giving him great company. There's been some sense now coming into this batting. They most definitely have the skills, but in a big final like this one, it's all about applying yourself and getting your temperament. So a little bit of a discussion in between after those flurry of boundaries. They most definitely are concerned at this point. They understand how destructive Iftikhar can be once he gets his eye in, but they were in the driver's seat. I would say they're still ahead at this point, but this is a good partnership that has come up. So they have a healthy run rate, 78 runs, going at almost 8 runs per over. Only problem is the wickets column. So now it seems like the man with the new ball has come back into the attack. Definitely seems like it's a ploy to get that wicket. Very sensible. Played with full face down the ground, doing the sensible thing to turn the strike over to the big striker. This is a good contest. Aditya has been bought in for the sake of picking up a wicket. And we know Iftikhar won't hold back. So this is a good contest to watch. Short ball, slower ball. Outfield not carrying the ball, so it will stop in the square leg region. Keep it down to a single. That was there to be hit. Any more bat on that would have sent the ball past the boundary. But lucky escape for Aditya. Straight to mid wicket. Good fielding. It's a dot ball. Chargers Warriors, they've been bowling a lot of dot balls, building pressure. Short ball going past the head of the batsman and signaled wide by the leg umpire. Two very experienced umpires standing in today's final. Mr. Omkar Kolkar and Mr. Sundaresh Ram, the two umpires officiating this big final. There you see 2 dots in a row. That's how they've been applying pressure. Warriors have been bowling the dot balls, which has generally resulted in the batsman trying to hit out and getting himself out. But we'll have to see what the approach here would be. Big slash gets a thick edge to third man. Fielder doing the cleanup. 2 additional runs to the score. Lot of wind, cold breeze going through now as Aditya runs in. full ball. Good fielding of his own bowling. But that ends Aditya's over. 11 overs, the score moves on to 83 for 5. Jeet Nirban, 2 overs, 14 for 2. 2 top order wickets. Is back now in the attack. Most definitely they are chasing. Chargers are chasing for another wicket. Another wicket here could be crucial. That would bring in the lower order players. Iftikhar here holds the key. Nicely punched off the back foot. Wide of the point fielder. Sensible batting. Needs to turn the strike over because Iftikhar, anything loose is depositing it over the fence. So all he needs to do is stay there to face those loose balls. Flicked away the leg side. Shankar has been really good. Came in at a very bad situation. They were 5 down with pretty much nothing on the board. He has come in, soaked in all the pressure. What a nice shot that is. Straight down the ground, but unfortunately ball won't travel this heavy and thick outfield. So it'll only go as far as the 30 yards. Most definitely will on Iftikhar. Another single. Moves on to 30 now of 20 balls. Slower ball on the leg stump. Running towards the fence. It does carry to the fence. Was timed really well. Hitting a boundary in such an outfield would require immaculate timing. And that is what we've seen from Shankar. Full toss on leg stump, whipped away for another boundary. Take the score on to 90 runs now for the Warriors Rangers. What a great partnership this has been for them. Driven this time over the fielder, drop chance. Fielder at point. Got both his hands to it. That could have been the breakthrough that the Chargers Warriors were looking for. Sailing over. Got both his hands, but couldn't hang on to it. So that'll be a drinks break, seems like. After the end of 12 overs, the score moves on to 91 for 5. With Iftikhar well set on 30 from 20. And Shankar giving him a good hand, 20 of 14. So we'll be back after a quick break. Alright, we're back live after the drinks break. Abhilash will bowl. Wide, down, not signal wide, a little wide of off stump. Try to chase that, Shankar. Have to rebuild. Very often we see right after the drinks break, loss in focus, loss in concentration will definitely result in a wicket. So they really cannot afford another wicket at this stage, the Warriors Rangers. So they will have to be cautious right at the start. What a beautiful drive that is. Just for a single though. Abhilash is definitely has picked up a wicket, but I would think if the car is targeting him straight down the ground, this could be running towards the fence, but no, the fielder comes around. It down to 2 runs. But it does seem like a plan. If the car might be trying to go big, score those huge sixes, and that could mean a chance also. There is a chance at long off, but falls wide of the fielder. That will mean another 2 runs. But we see the intent. If the car is most definitely looking for those big shots. He has to be careful though. Wide on the off side. They will definitely welcome these bonus runs. Abhilash does know that if the car is going after him, this is a chance. Sliced over point. They decide against going for the second run. And if the car has to consider himself fortunate in that situation, it could have landed straight in the fielder's hand at point. Still only four fielders outside the 30-yard circle. That ends Abhilash's third over. Score moves on to 98 for 5 now after 13 overs. New bowler coming into the attack, Hardeep Singh. So, some changes in the field. Still only 4 men outside the 30-yard circle on the boundary. There's a mid-wicket, long on, long off, and deep covers. Hardeep Singh will bowl around the wicket with a wideish third man, point, covers, square leg and mid wicket in the circle. What a shot! Swept away, almost like a flick sweep I would call. over the square leg fence. Not good bowling, I would say. He's got all of his field in front of the non-striker's wicket, but that was full on the leg stump. And the kind of touch Iftikhar has been in, it's free pickings for him. So he would want to correct his line very quickly, Hardeep. Long on, long off, deep covers, deep mid wicket, so he must have to bowl the off stump. This is a full toss. Try to overcorrect it. Full toss on off stump. Good fielding in the deep to keep it down to just 1 run. Hardeep is bowling, seems like off spin around the wicket with a similar field. Punched away on the offside. Will be easy 2 runs, 2 more runs added to the score. So this has been extraordinary, this partnership. I believe they were 40 something for 5 wickets when Shankar came in with literally nothing on board. Wonderfully cut away. So it's been an expensive start for Hardeep. 10 runs in the 4 balls that he's bowled so far. Shankar will be facing him now. We're into the 14th over. This is much better from Hardeep. This is where he needs to be. On the off stump, trying to push the batsman, make him stretch and reach the ball. He was beaten all ends up. So that ends the 14th over. Hardeep coming back well after that 6 on the first ball. Score is now 109 for 5 after 14. Abhilash will bowl his last over. And fortunately played down the ground, flat to long off. Decent fielding by Anoop to keep it down to 1 run. But unfortunately this seems to be that the cricket club's issue has come back. seem to have some issues for the past week or so. Another single down to long off. That's 2 runs in 2 balls right now. Abhilash into his last over. Down the ground, this is a chance, a straight to long off. He has been surviving a little dangerously. It reaches the fielder this time around, and the fielder at long off, Mr. Anoop, taking a low catch straight into the hands to dismiss Iftikhar, who's played a brilliant knock. Dismissed for 46 of 28 balls. He's getting a good round of applause from his team as he departs. It's been a great knock, putting his team in this game. Yeah, he would be disappointed not to get a half century and finish the innings for his team, but he has most definitely put the game back in his team's favor. Great knock by Iftikhar, unfortunately dismissed. So 1-1-1 for 6. Nelson has, as they say, has struck for the Warrior Rangers. Aditya is the new man in. He will be joining Shankar, who's played a very mature knock so far. Shankar would want to stay till the end, steer his club to a decent total. That's another crucial wicket. Course of the game. If the car would have being there would have meant another 2 or 3 maybe big shots over the fence that could mean another 15-20 runs, which could be crucial in this game. Newman starts with a dot ball, full on off stump, quietly defended to point. Aditya Nallan is the new man in. Driven straight to the fielder. This could be a chance at non-strikers. Direct hit from the point fielder. Brilliant fielding. Aditya dismissed. Another 0 on the scoreboard. Disappointed with that. The batsman leaves the field. Gives a better perspective on how crucial that Iftikhar wicket is. He was there, he was striking it big. Right after his dismiss, the new man coming in, and the pressure is back on. Shankar still holds the key. He needs to talk to the batsman on the other end. Make sure they play out the 20 overs. End of a successful over. Abhilash getting the very vital breakthrough, getting Iftikhar, and has put his team back in the driver's seat. 1-1-1 for 7 after the end of 15 overs. New man in is the left-hander. We'll have to wait to see who the batsman is. It seems like it's gonna be Vishesh Joshi in, facing Hardeep, who's into his second over. Departure of Iftikhar will most definitely try the runs up. The momentum has definitely now shifted towards the bowling team. The ball wasn't there. It's slightly away from Iftikhar. He still tried to go for that big hit. And all ends up, they run through for a bye. But you wonder if Iftikhar would have waited for that loose delivery, which they have been bowling. They have been bowling those loose balls quite often. But, nevertheless, short and wide, played in the gap for another single. These are the kind of deliveries that Iftikhar, watching from the pavilion, be heartbroken to see after he's dismissed. Straight to the fielder, covers, no run. One, 2 for 7 now. Big hit. Falling short of the fielder at mid wicket. Will be another single. That ends Hardeep's over, the 16th over. The score standing at 115 for 7 with 4 more overs to go for the Warriors Rangers. Call is for 2, played on the outside. They go through for the 2 runs. Good running in the end. Tejasvi Prabhakar coming back to the attack. Tejasvi also has been good with the ball, the new ball, bowled in the power play. did brilliantly. All the seam bowlers during the power play overs got 5 quick wickets. Dragged away in the leg side. Mid-wicket fielder collects it and keeps it down to 1 run. Big heave. Misses everything and appeal for a stumping, and that's given. Brilliant stumping. That means the 8th wicket is now down for the Warriors Rangers. The left-hander tried to go for a big heave. Might have dragged his foot outside the crease, and keeper does a brilliant job. Break the stumps, send the batsman back to the pavilion. So 7 wickets down with a little over 3 overs to go in this innings. 118 for 7. Shankar is still out there. He's played a good innings so far. Came in and they were in a really bad situation, the Warriors, and did really good rebuilding along with Mr. Iftikhar. And now he has to make sure he finishes this innings also in a high. He's back on strike now, facing Tejaswi in the 17th over. Nice shot, but straight to the fielder at deep covers. Another single to end the over, the 17th over, with the score at 120 for 8. Hardeep to his 3rd over. Three more overs to go in this innings. Shankar is still out there. He's the set batsman right now. Wonderful shot, pulled away. That will sail past the fence. Bounces once before reaching the fence, and that'll be 4 runs. Much needed runs these. Shankar playing a very valuable knock for his team. Moves on to 32 now of 30 balls. It's another poor delivery from Hardeep, a half tracker. Set batsman out there will never miss such kind of deliveries. Fuller this time gets a nick, Big appeal, but given not out. There was definitely some sound there, but maybe the ball hitting the pad or something else, but umpire declaring it as not out. Refocusing Shankar. So shifted his line to outside off stump. Full toss. Straight to the fielder. Goes past him though. Fielder was circling. The ball definitely goes past the fence for 6 runs. First ball was short, this time a full toss. Wonderful batting. Moves on to 130 now. The score for the Warriors Rangers. This is where he needs to be, Hardeep. The 2 balls he's bowled on the off stump, they resulted as dots. Final ball to go. My apologies. 5th ball coming up. Another full toss. Once again, this is deposited over the mid-wicket fence. He has spent the time at the crease, and he's most definitely making full use of these half trackers and full tosses. That's a huge over. Hardeep will be disappointed. 2 sixes and a 4 in that over. That will take the score to 136 for 5 now, after 18, after that expensive 18th over. It seems like there is some confusion. Might be another ball left in the over. Clarification from the umpire. Umpire himself keeping the note on the score as well, so he definitely is in control. So everything sorted out. 2 more overs to go. This final, the Great Lakes Tournament season 2023. Warrior Rangers taking on Chargers Warriors. Aditya Aital to bowl the 19th over. It's in the gap past the fielder at 3rd man. They will come back for the 2nd run. What a comeback this has been. Courtesy of Iftikhar in the beginning, and now Shankar taking over. He was quiet when Iftikhar was going all guns blazing, but he's now opening up his arms and showing us that he can also score the big sixes. Guided to point for a comfortable signal, which will bring Shankar on strike. He's now batting on 44 of 35 balls. On the leg stump, the call is for 2 runs. They decide against it. It was a slowish ball. Full on the leg stump. Disappointed with that, Shankar. They've got some more runs. He's disappointed that he couldn't get it away for a boundary on the leg side. Chance at non-strikers results in an overthrow. 2 more runs. The hustle, it's on. Kudos to Shankar. He's been there for a while and is still able to run those quick twos. Remember, this is the first tournament of the season. People still warming up into the cricket season. Call is no. It stays as is. Final ball in the 19th over. Shankar, you would think, needs to face most of those 6 balls in the last over. So I'm sure it's a license for Vamsi to go for a big hit this one. Pretty much a free hit, this ball. Struck well, but straight to the fielder, which means 1 run, and Vamsi will be on strike in the last over. So 143 for 8 with 1 more over to go in this first innings. So final over of the innings. Jeet Nirban has been the pick of the bowlers. Picked up 2 wickets. Starts off with a dot ball. Vamsi needs to get Shankar back on strike. He's been the man in form and he's striking the ball big, and he has to go back on strike. A powerful hit down the ground. There is a chance to pick up 2, but wisely Shankar decides to stay back, and he needs to deliver big here. These 4 balls to close off a great comeback. They were 5 down for pretty much nothing on board. Shankar came and joined Iftikhar to put decent runs, and now he's trying to finish off the innings. This will be in the gap. The call is for 2 runs. That's great running. Comfortable 2 runs. Credit has to be given to Shankar. He's been batting for a while now, and this was quick 2 runs off in a flash. Needs to be given credit for his fitness also. What a shot down the ground. This is going past the fielder. No, the fielder comes around. Great fielding. That was most definitely going towards the boundary, but pulled back by Arjun Ajmani on the long on boundary. Keeps it down to just 1 run. What that means is it also takes Shankar off strike. A faster outfield would have meant the ball would have raced past the fence, but not to be. Dot ball trying to go big. Results in a dot ball. Wonderful over this so far. With only a ball to go, only 4 runs conceded in the 5 balls. Jeet has been brilliant today. Final ball coming up. Vamsi will face it. Shankar will remain not out unless he gets run out or gets dismissed in another way. But final ball coming up with Vamsi facing. Play towards the mid-wicket region. The call is for 2. They will definitely run 2. Good running in the end. And that ends the score, the innings for the Warriors Rangers. They get to 149 for 8 in their 20 overs. And Shankar remains unbeaten. A wonderful knock, that 48 of 38. Crucial runs for them, coming in at a vital scenario. They were 40 odd runs with 5 wickets down. Came in at a pressure cooker situation. Got back with Iftikhar doing bulk of the scoring, while Shankar, playing a very mature knock, was turning the strike over. And once Iftikhar departed, it was over to Shankar. Shankar showing his class to finish the innings. They put up a decent score. 149 for 8 is what they end up with. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes time with the chase. This most definitely seems like an interesting one. Never easy. 150 is good runs on board. You never know, in a big final, runs on board could mean pressure for the chasing team. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes time, and we hope you hang on until we're back. Thank you. Alright, folks, we're back live. We're bringing you the chase. So Abhilash Reddy starting off things. For the Chargers, Warriors. Cut away. Two runs to start off, kick off things. For Chargers, Warriors, Shanawaz and Falgun are the two opening batsmen. For the Chargers, Warriors. Warriors, Rangers putting up 149. Chargers, Warriors in pursuit of 150 to win the 2023 Great Lakes tournament. So there was a bit of a collapse for the Chargers Rangers, but they did well to get or post 149 on board. They're trying to pile up pressure here with Abhilash starting off. It's a huge shot over mid-wicket. The fielder giving a chase. Keep it down to just one run. That will get Falgun on strike now. So that was the end of the first over. Abhilash with a decent start, conceding 6 runs. We have a good game on here with the sun peeking out. Chargers Warriors in pursuit of 150 to win the Great Lakes tournament for season 2023. The Chargers Rangers, after a bit of a collapse, putting up 149 and setting up a great final. Vamsi is the new bowler running into Falgun, who flicks away past fine leg for a single. So this Great Lakes tournament, it's a good warm-up tournament for all of the teams here. This usually kicks off the league here in Michigan. Michigan Cricket Association, which is proud to conduct all of the games, catering to so many leather ball players here in Michigan. This is a kickstart to their season. Pulled away. This is a chance at mid wicket. Iftikhar running towards the ball, falling in no man's land. There was a fielder also at deep mid wicket running in, but a lucky break for Shahnawaz. That was a top edge. He tried to pull that over the fence, but resulting in a single. That's a big reprieve for Shahnawaz. Falcon is now on strike. That's so, as you have mentioned, this is a Kickstarter to the season here, and we are fortunate to have the chairman of the league join us in our commentary tents, Mr. Taifur. He's overseeing things here, making sure everything goes on schedule and on time, and goes by all the rules. So, Mr. Taifur, welcome. We're so glad to have you here. So, any insights or anything that you can provide with the season starting off? What things that we can look forward to, and what are your thoughts on the upcoming season?
Thank you, Akshay, and thank you, SCN, for live streaming for Mich-CA GLT Finals. And I know we will do a lot of streaming in Mich-CA this year. GLT is a warm-up tournament for Mich-CA, known as like people get warm-up games and get ready for the regular season. This year we have like 28 teams participated in GLT. Unfortunately, there are few games was washed out because of rain, which is not in control of us. But even though people are so passionate about cricket, they played under rain or like cold weather, like 40, 45s, they didn't stop playing cricket. So this is how cricket growing in Michigan. This year, like every year, we are doing two format crickets, T20 and F40. For T20, we have four divisions: Premier, Division 1, Division 2, and this year we are adding new youth under 15 tournament leagues. And for F40, we'll have one league for F40. We have 92 teams registered so far for this league. We have 3 new grounds coming for Mich-CA this year: Clinton Township, and there are 2 new grounds in Belle Isle. We are hoping an exciting league for our cricketers. Thank you, Akshay.
Oh, thank you for all the comments. It's most definitely not at all an easy job to coordinate all the things that you guys do. I mean, from getting the availability of the grounds and getting them prepared. And some exciting news to all the folks. We have Belle Isle back, hosting cricket games this season. And there's also a Sterling Heights cricket ground that will be available to us. So some exciting news, and can't wait for the season to begin. As is a big appeal. Big appeal. This is a close call, and it's given out. That almost looked adjacent. He tried to go across, tried to pull that away. The length wasn't there. It was not short enough to pull. Trapped in front, Shahnawaz. That's a big wicket. Getting that early breakthrough, they needed that early breakthrough. They are defending 150, and Shahnawaz can be a dangerous customer once he gets his eye in. So that's a really crucial breakthrough, and Abhilash would be delighted to see the back of Shahnawaz. So 12 for 1. We're in the third over. Anup Bokre making his way in now. Another destructive batsman. So yeah, this GLT coming towards an end. We are in the final. with the weather really behaving well this weekend. We have temperature in the 70s with the sun peeking out, and as we've mentioned, is season coming up, starting next week. I would believe we'll have the T20 games kick off. So another exciting news is the youth league coming in the mix of things. So Taifor, if you can provide any more details on the youth front, that's really exciting news for all of us here.
Akshay san, USA Cricket, they are organizing youth hub here, like Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, and this is where our youth can get more games in Michigan whenever they played locally, and that will benefited themselves for play for the national. So this is what was our goal, to prepare them for national, giving them enough practice game in Michigan League, and then they can go for the national. Um, we are planning to give them at least 9 games for regular season, and then playoffs. Uh, we have couple of great under 15 players. We are hoping them to be in the national. And you were mentioning about Belail. Yes, Belail is a very nice ground. The view is very beautiful. I think if people can bring their families to do some picnic event whenever they are playing cricket, so they can enjoy cricket and the family event over there. And Mishka is not only in Metro Detroit based, our people also playing in Grand Rapids, Toledo. So it's spreading all over in Michigan. Thank you, Akshay.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. Yeah, Belle Isle, it's a treat to play there. You know, by Detroit River, by you while you're playing cricket. You know, it's a, like Taifor mentioned, it's a great outing if you want to take your family out, make it a, yeah. So yeah, I mean boating also is a, as we speak. That's another wicket. Similar kind of dismissal. Once again, the batsman trying to pull that. The length wasn't there, and this time he loses his off stump. Off stump uprooted for Falgun. Those are two quick wickets. Two quick wickets in the same over. Abhilash Reddy making things really difficult for the Chargers Warriors. We see similar story in the chase as well. The first innings also saw some not good batting. I mean, the batsman not getting settled, trying to go for those big shots, losing wickets. But we'll have to see how crucial that innings from Iftikhar and then later on Shankar would end up being. But really coming to an exciting phase this game. So we still have Taifor here, and I hope you are all tuned in, because there is a special announcement that the chairman wants to make, and Taifor, all up to you now.
So Akshay, we know our people, they play throughout the summer in the cricket field for the cricket. So this year we are planning to not only is involved within the cricket players, we are trying to spread to the outside of cricket player, whoever do not play cricket but who keep eyes on our scores and keep eyes on our player stats. So we'll do something this year for like people whoever not only playing but they can also part of the game. So within the next 2-3 days we'll announce what is going to be for, so they can participate Mishka from outside, not only not the playing the game but they can participate with the game.
Well, that's exciting.
And also there gonna be monetary benefit gonna be involved.
Oh,
So gonna be winners will get money involved. So that's exciting news coming in.
well, this is definitely most exciting news. So I mean, whoever is tuning in, better get all your stats in place and make sure you know all of the performing, non-performing, and pretty much all the players in the league, so you can benefit out of it. And you if you cannot make it to the ground and have fun and give your performance, you might as well stay at home and follow the score either live or on cricket clubs, and still make yourself very interesting. This is a very interesting thing that you have announced, and I'm really looking forward to it. So exciting news, Taifor, and again we thank you for all the initiatives and keeping things interesting for the people on and off the field also now.
Thank you, Akshay. We'll try our best to make Mich-CA better. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for joining us, Taifor. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you so much. A chance at the striker's end. So we're 13 for 2 in the fourth over. So once again, we had Mr. Taifor, who's made some exciting announcements, and we hope you are as excited as we are as we approach the start of the season. Another quick note: any updates regarding the Michigan Cricket Association? What a catch that is! A screamer! What a catch at covers! That was a full-blooded drive on the rise. I was looking towards the boundary, but the fielder was in between. Grabbed that ball, and what a screamer of a catch that one was. Another big blow. Anup Bukhare now dismissed. 3 quick wickets. 13 for 3 now. Wow, what a catch that one was. So, any updates? Any news? And now that you know there is some benefit by guessing the scores and guessing the results of the game, you might want to have all the updates about the league. So you might want to follow the Michigan Cricket Association page on Facebook and Instagram. So all the posts, all the scores, all the wicket takers, all the centuries, most of the news related to the league will be posted both on the Mich-CA Facebook page and Instagram. So make sure you follow the page for any updates. It's played down the ground. Great pressure being applied by the Rangers. So Rangers off to a great start, picking up 3 early wickets within the power play, piling on the pressure onto the Chargers Warriors. Driven down the ground, single is turned down by Arjun. So Arjun is the new man in. We saw a similar story in the first innings, but it was Iftekhar and Shankar who soaked the pressure and built a great partnership, and then Shankar finished it towards the end to put a decent score. So at the end of 4 overs, it's 15 for 3. We have Mr. Praveen Chowdhury here. We're glad to have him. He's the secretary of the league. Welcome, Praveen. We'd like to hear some insights on the season that is about to start, and any plans or any information at all, or any interesting stuff that we might expect in this season, during the season.
Thank you, Akshay, for introducing. It got a little bit chilly weather now, but like yeah, I think the game is really hanging in a balance, I would say, and it is going to be a fantastic final, I believe, because they are 3 wickets down, but like Chargers bat really deep, so if they can take the game really deep, I think they can score even like 50-60 runs in the last 5 overs. Dot ball there. Regarding the season, yeah, this is a new GB, and we're trying to improve as much as we can and promote cricket, bring a lot of new exciting stuff so that people are engaged all the time. That's where, like, we committed to all, live stream all the playoffs games to start with. The Mich-CA Youth Under 15 is like new this year. Hopefully that grows every year from now on, and all our youth players get a platform to actually get match practice so that they can go out of state and perform. We are trying to bring more entertainment in the playoffs and finals to get more crowds as well. That is one of the thing. These are only the few things, but there are more which will be coming on, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, all very nice things to hear. I mean, Taifur announced some exciting news earlier about people being off the field, also showing some interest, guessing the scores and whatnot. So that's an exciting part, an addition, I would say. And also, I mean, the new grounds that have been added, Belle Isle, it's always a classic. So that bringing that back, and also we have Sterling Heights, and to top it all off, providing youth a platform so they can showcase their skills, and they have a pathway to get to somewhere. So all great things. So the season is starting in a week. So I'm sure you've had so many challenges getting the schedule out and whatnot. Any update on any grounds at all, or any other insights that you would like to share?
Like you said, the season is like starting. We are very excited that we are starting, like, the T20 and especially F40 in the mid-May. So that gives us more chance to put a better schedule. Yeah, as far as grounds, like, there are new grounds, right? Clinton Township is one of the new grounds that we have scheduled GLT there as well. I think that is going to be an excellent ground, and it is going to be one of the premier grounds in Michigan because of the long boundaries, as well as when the season starts, the grasses will be cut. So that will pretty much give a good challenge to our Linux ground, which is one of the best. As far as grounds, like, not this year, we are constantly working, but like next year, hopefully there are 2 more new grounds, and one of them is like Northville. If that is if that will happen next year, that will be very good. It's right at the heart of the city, and which is very close to Novi, Farmington, and all. So we are constantly working on that, and hopefully that ground will be ready next year.
Yeah, that's good. As we speak, Abhilash has been really tight into his third over. He's completed his third over and has conceded just 11 runs picked up two crucial wickets. So being very tight here, the Rangers. So all really nice things. I guess there's been one common concern. I've been receiving some messages offline. I guess it's a tricky question, but umpiring has always been a challenge. Finding decent umpires and finding any umpires at all. So any special plans that you've made, or anything new that you have implemented, so we don't see the things that we've seen in the past?
Yeah, that is a genuine concern, right? And which all the teams have. So from our part, like we are trying our best. Like the first thing which we did is like raising the umpiring fees to start with, so that it can encourage like more umpires to come and like umpire the games. To get umpire like all the knowledge which they need, we are constantly encouraging everyone, all the even players, to take umpiring certification, because like me as well, before I took that umpiring certification, I I w- I was like feeling that I know everything, but there is so much in the game that as an umpire you need to take care of. So that is a good start. If you take the umpiring certification, you will be at least uh, go to the next level where you can focus on like certain aspect which you would not if you don't take that certification. So we are always encouraging players. So in a season, we have already done that umpiring training and certification. We'll do it in the mid season as well for all the people who were not able to take part. Yeah, and at our level, umpiring can always be challenging, right? Because we don't have pretty much like DRS and all. It's all like at a go what you see, and you have to decide. But yeah, like I said, like umpiring is always challenging. But I would encourage all the teams to always respect the umpires, because they are trying to do their best. Yeah, that's it from umpiring.
Yeah, so I mean, note to all the teams. Pretty much, most of you already know the challenges that the league has been facing with the umpires. Of course, Praveen and his team, they try to do their best, but the crucial point to remember here is the training, as that is pulled away by Arjun. There's no fielders in that area. Clean strike towards the mid-wicket fence for a boundary. So all the communication that we've been talking about is always shared on the Mich-CA Facebook pages and Instagram pages. So any training, any certification trainings that are coming up, they are always available. So make sure you follow all those pages, and make sure you have your teammates and anyone that you know of, even if they don't play the game, they might be interested in umpiring, which is always helpful for the league. So make sure you help the league, support the league, and get yourself trained, which will give you or open up a lot of insights within the game that we don't know of, that Praveen just mentioned. So Arjun is looking in good touch here. Aditya, Aital, and Arjun stitching together a good partnership. Is moved towards mid wicket. Iftikhar giving it a chase, and we'll keep it down to 1 run. And we thank Praveen for spending some time here in the commentary area. And as always, it's a thankless job, and we really appreciate whatever they do for us and for the league. So after the end of 6 overs, the score moves on to 29 for 3. End of 6 overs, meaning that also ends the power play, with the Chargers Warriors needing 121 runs in their remaining 14 overs. So this is coming to an exciting finish, the finals of the Great Lakes tournament for season 2023. And we have a lot of guests showing up. It's our lucky day here at the commentary box. We have Mr. Victor, who's a senior member and has been driving the organization from a very long time. He's been giving so many valuable inputs throughout all these years. So, welcome, Mr. Victor. I'm glad you're enjoying the game here, the finals. Of course, it's a beautiful day to be out. So, what do you think where the game is going right now?
Thank you, Akshay. Good to be here. It's an amazing day, like you said. Our team was also in the semis in the morning, and we lost to a good team. So we lost to the Rangers, who are in the finals, and they have put up a great show now in the first innings. Even though they lost a few wickets in the middle, the last recognized pair of Ifti and Shankar put up a great show and took the total to almost 150. So that's a good total to defend. And they have also taken quick wickets in the power play. But like Praveen said, Chargers, they bat deep. And we have Arjun, one of the best players always in town. And he's there in the middle with Aditya, another good talent. And it's evenly poised, I would say, at this time. And it's a good watch. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching. We have some exciting cricket. The GLT finals happening. Stay around.
Yeah, most definitely a very exciting game. Almost seems like the story from the first innings. That is cut away beautifully. Front of square. There'll be 2 runs. Aditya and Arjun, both very experienced, very mature. Yeah, almost an identical situation from the first innings. The Rangers also they had a slump in between. Misfield at point allows for a single, but brilliant partnership in between Iftikhar and Shankar. Iftikhar getting out and Shankar finishing it off in a grand style to take their score close to 150. So Victor, the season is coming up. There's a new GB. Pretty much most of them. Taifoor has some experience from the past, but what are your thoughts and how do you see the organization going forward from your perspective?
Yeah, it's a new GB. Exciting for these youngsters. And like you mentioned, yeah, Taifoor has been there. Has been the secretary for the past 2 terms, and now he has stepped up. And we seniors are very happy to see the next generation step up and take up the role. And all our good wishes are with him, and he has started on a good note. And they have brought out the full schedule even before the end of GLT, which is one of the firsts, I think. Mich-CA might have done it few times, but recent past we were not able to do that. So that's one good positive that they have set up a good benchmark, and it's good for all the clubs and teams to plan their summer and games and pretty much be prepared. So bringing out this big schedule is a good achievement for this GB, and I congratulate them. And we know we have almost 80 teams, close to 80 teams in the T20 format, and it's not easy to bring out the schedule ahead, and with a lot of requests as well from clubs, for scheduling requests. So they have did a good job, and they have also started the live streaming right from GLT for the playoffs, which is another good thing, and told that they're going to continue for all the playoffs, which is good for all the players and families to watch their family members playing. and it's good for cricket. And the youth that they are trying to arrange a tournament for youth, which is good as well. It's a first for Mich-CA, and there's corporate cup as well planned during the weekdays, which they have already communicated, and they're already working on it, which is good. So a lot of good things I've heard from the players around in town. So all our good wishes to the GB.
Yeah, schedule coming out so early. Trust me, this is a great thing to happen. People now can plan their summer right through rather than waiting for a week by week basis. So kudos to the GB and then whoever's done the scheduling. So getting the scoreboard moving, both these batsmen after those quick wickets. Peddy coming into the attack. A little bit of a misfield in the mid wicket region, giving away that boundary in the earlier ball. But Arjun, as long as he's at the crease, you always know where the game is tilting towards. So he's the big fish, seems like, for the Rangers. Down the offside, signal wide by Mr. Onkar. So, Mr. Victor, you've seen cricket here. I don't know for the past how many years. I'm sure it's at least a couple decades. As that is cut away past the point fielder. What a great run, that calling early, and then they go back for two. Another 2 runs. So I'm sure you've seen a lot of transition from the grounds, from the wickets, from how the cricket has changed. So what are your takeaways through all these years?
Oh wow, that's a great question. And as you said, I've been here since 2005, and Mich-CA was 5 years old at that time when I got introduced to Mich-CA. We didn't know at that time that leather ball was happening, and we had Bloomer, Line Oaks, and maybe another one ground in Tromley, I believe. And then we came up as a new team. Those days it was called Galaxy, and we brought in a ground in Pontiac. It's called Murphy Park. That was in 2006. It was built by our club, and we joined Mich-CA. And the enormous growth we have seen through the years is amazing. So those days we had about 8 to 10 teams in the F40 format, and we did not have a T20 in 2006. That was the time when T20 picked up. They started with a sample tournament at the end of the season, and then from 2007 onwards, if I'm right, they started the T20 league, and probably we had 6 teams, if I'm right. We can check. But now we have almost 80, if I'm right. 80, right?
I'm positive it's over 80. I'm sure it has 80 was the benchmark, I believe, 2 years ago, but I'm sure it's over 80 now.
Wow. So that's the growth we have in Mich-CA, from 6 teams in 2007 to 80 teams now. And, yeah, like you said, I've played with a lot of senior people here, and very, very good memories, and very good times. The good thing about those days is that we knew each player by name and by their skills. But now, not anymore, because we see so much talent, so many young players, and so many people coming in and joining the leatherball team. And it's really tough to plan for any team. So got to spend some time and know the people, know their game, know their strengths, then plan your strategy. So it's really, like they say, it's always a learning. Cricket is, you cannot master it,
Yes, that is bold. That's a crucial wicket. Arjun Ajbani shuffling across. He tried to play that over fine leg, and Santosh, or rather Aditya, picking up the crucial wicket. Arjun loses his leg stump. He scored a boundary in the previous ball. He saw those open areas in the square leg, fine leg region. He tried to shuffle across and play it over the fielders at the short square leg region. But unfortunately, miscalculation, which means Arjun Ajbani has to depart, and this is a crucial phase in the game. This man can take away the game, and it is sad for the Warriors to see him depart. So that means score moves on to 49 for 4. Aditya is still there, and we'll have to see who's joining him, but this is a big blow.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a crucial wicket. Like we know, Arjun Ajbani is a great player, and he normally holds the innings together and doesn't give up his wicket easily. And it's the skill of the bowler, I guess. We found a weakness there and bowled it on the leg side, and unfortunately Arjun missed, and the bowler hits. And it's a plus for the Rangers team, who have been doing well all through the tournament, and even in the semi-finals they were having one guy, I think, holding the innings for them, which was Nikhil Kanchan, another great talent in town. He scored probably 65 runs and took their team to 150 plus target in the semi-finals, and Royal Nets couldn't chase him down. So now it was the responsibility for Arjun to do the same, but chasing a big target. But they lost Arjun, and now it's up to the Chargers to show their depth with the next batsman and batsmen to follow. They do have the talent, and it's going to be another great phase in the next few overs for this game, and we'll wait and watch.
It seems like the 3 wickets of the 4 that have fallen, the batsmen failing to judge length. This instance, I think it was too full, almost a Yorker onto his leg stump. Arjun tried to shuffle across, and if there was a little ball, a little short ball, he could have probably gotten away. But once again, trying to not, he was failing to pick up length. The first openers also, they couldn't pick up the length. They tried to pull, and then eventually got bowled. This was short. He tried to pull that, and they sneak through for a single. I guess the new batsman in is Mahendra, another classy left-hander. He will be joining Aditya, who looks set, and they will have to anchor the innings from here on, and take it towards the end.
Yeah, I think the pitch is kind of not at the bouncier side of it today, so the bowlers are exploiting it, and especially Raj Reddy, he bowled the power play, was just pushing it through. He was not banging it into the pitch. He was kind of pushing it through, and the bounce kind of hit both the batsmen, I would say, Sean and another bowled that he took. So the batsmen were expecting probably a little bit more bounce on those 2 deliveries, and they got done in by the bounce, and they lost the wickets. And Arjun, I think, he misread the line and thought he's going down the leg, but ball came back and hit the leg stump.
A slightly different strategy that the Rangers are getting in here. Most of their spinners have picked the wickets. Abhilash picking those wickets, and then the next bowlers, and now Iftikhar coming in. The other side of the story, we saw all of the fast bowlers pick up wickets for the Chargers Warriors. We saw Jeet had a great spell, then Aditya, as always, bowling really well. Iftikhar starts with a shortish ball on leg stump. You would think Mahendra kind of missed that. There's no fielders as I see the square leg, fine leg boundary. But as the power play has concluded, they're allowed 5 fielders on the circle. There's a long on, long off sweeper on the offside, a mid wicket and a square leg. As we speak, it's cut away straight to the fielder at sweeper cover for a single.
Yeah, like you said, you brought a good point. When Chargers were bowling, I think Ajit and Aditya, I think, both bowlers are kind of, they pitched into the pitch and get good bounce. Ajit is a good player. He always bowls with good elevation bounce. That kind of brought them the wickets, but Rangers were doing it in a different style with their spin and pushing it through and getting the results.
It's been slightly shorter Iftikhar in the 3 balls that he's bowled. Giving flight, this is straight to point and that's dropped. That was a sitter straight into the hands. Got his both hands to it, but unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. This was a flighted loopy delivery, little wide of off stump. Mahendra getting a thick edge, but that was straight into the hands and the fielder should be disappointed.
Yeah, that was a lollipop, people say. Unfortunate for the fielder.
Struggling with his rhythm a little bit. Iftikhar has not settled into his line and length yet. This one is much better. Straight into the hands at cover. It will end up as a dot ball. Firmly hit down the ground. The call is for 2, but decide against it. That will end Iftikhar's first over. And after 10 overs, the score will be 55 for 4.
Yeah, they're almost at the halfway point with 55 runs on the board with 4 wickets down. So they have a good amount of mountain to climb. I would say another 95 runs needed in 10 overs. So asking rate of almost 10 runs per over. So the outfield is not very good at the moment. As we are starting the season here in Michigan, it's not going to travel in any park at the moment, so they have to earn their runs by running 2s and 3s and maybe clearing the boundary to get 10 runs per over to go at the top.
Aditya Nallan, who got a major breakthrough for his team, getting Arjun bowled, will continue his second over. They need to go at almost 9.5 runs in the next 10 overs. With 4 wickets down, they most definitely have the batting to do it. But we'll have to see if they can get through the pressure of the big final, as this is pushed through down the leg side for a wide, bringing about his variations. Aditya trying to slide one into the batsman, but not getting his line right. Flighted this one, much better. Silently defended. You would still think it's a matter of one big over, 120 run over would bring the Chargers right back into the game. A chance, just falling short. The offside. Aditya doing a good job containing the batsman.
Yeah, I think
straight past the bowler for a single. Yeah, they need to take this deep. You never know, a big 20-run over can turn things around. Most definitely, they do have the batting. Beautifully driven, but straight to the fielder.
Very good bowling, I would say. Very good controlled bowling and not giving away any bit. Bowling at a very good length as well. Hard for the batsman. Mahindra tried to step out, but still couldn't get more than a single. I think end of the over now.
Yeah, that ends the 11th over. 60 for 4. The Chargers needing 90 of the last 9 overs. The required run rate of exactly 10 runs. They have a few big hitters lined up. So I would think their strategy from here on would be to get the game deep and give themselves a chance in the last few overs. They have the likes of Hardeep, who can get those 20-22 run overs if needed. So most definitely it is turning out to be an exciting contest, this. Iftikhar will bowl his second over. He was bowling a little on the shorter side, but seemed to have corrected it in the last couple of balls that he bowled. It'll be interesting to see how he does here. Nicely flighted. A little fuller. There's only 3 fielders outside the 30-yard. There's a long on, long off, and a mid-wicket. So definitely inviting the batsman to go for those big shots. Right-hander though, Aditya, who's a more settled batsman, been there for 25 balls. There's 5 fielders on the circle. Long on, long off, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and cover, deep cover. Down the ground, this is a chance that goes past the fence. Much needed 6 for the Chargers. Never a chance there for the fielder at long on.
That's a great shot by Aditya. He stepped out and picked it up over long on. Great 6. Much needed, like you said. They have to keep going at it and catch up in the scoring rate.
Yeah, stepping down the ground, coming to the pitch and lofting it over long on. Will he throw in? No, it is flighted again, this time swept away. But this is to the fielder. Nice pick up and throw. Keep it down to just 1 run.
So far in this over. Let's see, maybe another big shot in the next 2 balls.
Big shout at the striker's end, but the batsman made it in comfortably. I would think it's Aditya's time to now play freely. Look for those big ones.
It looks like that's the plan. Since Indra is trying to take a single and give the strike back to Aditya, who is trying to go after the bowling and getting the runs, quick runs.
Crucial ball coming up, I would say. Aditya will look for that big one, but Can Iftikhar contain him? Is it a flat one or is he going to flight it? He definitely boards it flat and gets the wicket. It was flat and wide and short. Aditya tried to go down the ground, gets an edge, gives an easy catch to the point fielder. That's another disappointment for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate dismissal, I would say. Like you said, it's a short and wide delivery. He wanted to go at it with full force, but took the edge for an easy catch there. And the batsman is shocked, and the fielders are happy. Chargers lose one more wicket, and probably that brings in Hardeep, who is a big hitter. The next 2 overs would determine the course of the match, I would say. Akshay?
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at it, they still need only about 10 runs an over, which is pretty much 1 boundary per over. So it is still, still tilting towards the Rangers, but I would think Chargers are still in it. And 1 big over, 120-run over, and we never know. We've seen crazy things that have happened. We've seen 30 odd runs, right, being chased in one of the recent games during the IPL. So we can't count anyone out this game.
Yeah, that was an exciting game by KKR. Rinku Singh was the batsman, and hit almost 5 sixes in that last over to chase down a big total. And from that moment onwards, people commentary in IPL think that any target can be chased down. So yes, Chargers still have the depth, and he was the batsman who can do it. Like you said, a couple of big overs will quickly change the course of this match.
Aditya would be disappointed. He got the boundary needed that over. And it's once again only 10 runs required per over. At this point, all they need is 1 boundary necessary per over. They are pretty much up with the required run rate. So we'll have to see who will keep the calm and get the game deep and finish it. This batsman Hardeep, who's at the crease, can most definitely score those huge sixes. He has the skill, but we'll have to see if he can hold the nerve. Close call. This is close. This should be out. Try to guide that towards the mid wicket for a single, but then trapped in front. 2 wickets back to back. It did not look comfortable at all at the crease. Mahindra, he was struggling, and he has to depart.
Yeah, the batsman got stuck in the crease and basically got lump in front, I guess. Didn't have much of a movement, like you said. He was struggling for a moment of timing and paid the price.
So momentum now surely shifting towards the Rangers. 2 new batsmen at the crease who haven't even faced a delivery. These are tough times if you're the Chargers dugout. We have to see who the new batsman is. Nallan. Another crucial wicket for him. Down the leg side. We called wide. So Yog Gupta is the new man in. He can bat. He definitely has the skill. Nicely cut away. But But on this outfield, it won't carry to the boundary and it'll only be 1 run. Hardeep will face his first ball. 5 fielders on the circle. First one is in the gap at mid-wicket and it will go past the fence for 4 runs.
That's a great shot by Hardeep to start with. That's the way he knows how to bat. Been watching him for a long time and very exciting batsman. Key to the scoreboard thinking and very good boundary. First up.
Yeah, he knows one way to play, and for the viewers watching, this is some exciting face. Oh, nicely defended. That's sensible. It wasn't there to be hit. And he calmly defends it back to the bowler. Flighted. This is coming straight towards us. Lands just in front of our box. That's a 6. Flighted once again by Aditya, and he picks his ball. It was in the slot to be put away, and he puts it away in style.
Great shot by Hardeep. It's fireworks here at the Lasky Park. Hardeep coming in and blasting a boundary and a 6 in 3 deliveries.
Is he going flat and straight again? We'll have to see. This is flighted, but adjusting the line.
It's not there in the arc for him, so he let it go, I guess.
Yeah, this is impressive. He's only going for the ones that he thinks are in his slot. So that's a productive over. They've lost the well set batsman. My apologies, Mahendra was dismissed, but still they make 11 runs in the over, which is on par with the runs they needed. So 70 runs needed in the 7 overs remaining, and this is coming out to be an exciting game, and we are heading for an exciting finish. Right, we thank Victor for staying with us and providing all the great insights and wonderful commentary. Thank you, Victor. We'll see you again in the future.
Thank you, Akshay. Thanks for the opportunity. And the game ends up with some more exciting moments. We'll be watching out for you. Thank you.
Ready, guys, ready, everyone ready.
Flicked away on the leg side, which will bring Hardeep back on strike. He's 10 in 3 deliveries, or rather 5 deliveries. Shot pulled away. Call is for 2. They will take 2 easy. Iftikhar. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Scored 1 flat to Hardeep. Will he fly to 1? He does. And that goes out of the ground. This is huge. This has gone at least 30 yards past the fence. This is the biggest 6 that we've seen today. Oh my God, that was huge. Iftikhar does fly to 1. Hardeep, what power. What a shot that one was. 9 runs already of this over. But Trust me on this. If the ball is in the slot, doesn't matter. Hardeep is going for it. Will Iftikhar flight one more? He won't. Tried to bowl that as flat and fast as he could. He does flight one more. This is in the gap, and that goes past the fielder over the fence. 6 wide, 6 for Hardeep. My God, what hitting! You bowl flight, you bowl a loopy ball, and Hardeep has his eyes wide open, and he's picking the gaps as well. That one was flat. Doing all sorts of things. If the guy, he bowled around and now he's going over the wicket. It's flighted again and it goes past the fence again. This is as big as the one that we saw earlier. That's 3 sixes in the over. Huge over that. We were talking about one big over coming up, and this one seems like it's there. 21 runs off that over. 22 runs off that over, to be precise. What hitting by Hardeep. He's moved on to 30 runs of just 7 balls. Can you believe it? He has changed the momentum, and it is most definitely gone towards the Chargers now. Dropping their shoulders a little, the Rangers, but they are still in the game. They are still in the driver's seat. One more wicket here would be curtains for the Warriors, Chargers. But Hardeep, he seems to be in total control at the moment. Some instructions coming in to both the batsmen. Arjun, the captain, sending out or coming out himself to give some instructions to the batsmen over there. But what a game we're having here, the finals. What excitement and what hitting. 2 huge sixes that we've seen the last over. Aditya Kannan is the new bowler. He's been expensive, 10 runs in his first over. So Suyog will be on strike. And we all know what role Suyog will have here. Aditya Kannan will bowl to Suyog, bowling with a spread out field. 5 fielders on the boundary. First ball is a dot. Try to play with soft hands and bring the big hitter Hardeep on strike. But good hustle from the fielder at short covers to stop that single. Full ball. Oh, that's run out. He tried to shuffle across, place the ball in the open leg side region. He got squared up and hit it straight back to the bowler. And bowler doing a good job in hitting the stumps directly at the striker's end. He was, I believe, too focused on getting that single. There were a lot of gaps in the infield. Both the balls were to be hit in the offside region, but he tried to shuffle across. Unfortunate way to get dismissed. Suyog has to depart. So 102 for 7 in this chase. The Chargers needing 48 runs in 34 balls. Run rate is still manageable, under 9 runs. The problem is wickets. There's 7 down. Jeet will join Hardeep, and Jeet can also bat. He can also clear the rope and hit those sixes if needed. It's just 8.5 runs required.
Ready, all the way back.
One big over, like the one we've seen last over. That should be curtains for the... Oh, that's a nice stroke. Driven firmly the offside region. You would think that is what Suyog had to do. That will bring the big hitting Hardeep on strike. He drills it down wide of long off. They call for 2. Brilliant running by Jeet. He was on his way. Wide of the fielder at long off. The call was 2 all the way. Where is Hardeep going? He goes down the ground flat this time. Will only be a single. Brilliant over this so far. Just